Hello and welcome to TinkerTanks-WoT here on the Arctic map in my in a Tier 8 battle on my Tier 7 British medium tank, the Comet. The Comet is a very good medium tank, has a decent gun, rapid firing 77 millimeter, with reasonable penetration for tier, and overall the tank has very good mobility. It's quite a quick tank. It's not quite as quick as the Tier 6 British medium, but it is quick, and that mobility is going to be put to good use in this battle, as you will see. That's called foreshadowing, for those of you not familiar with the term. So, typically the heavies all head down to around H9 for the big corner fight, but I'm not a heavy and I'm not top tier, so I am heading up to the north because, well, a useful amount of action always takes place up there as well. And again, putting the mobility of this tank to good use to get there quickly. And accompanied by a T-34-3 and followed up by an Su-100Y. Now, we've also got a Rheinmetall Borsig and an ISU-152 taking the center sniping position at around GF4. And they're able to cover a useful amount of terrain there. Now, I've spotted the enemy Comet, and he's put a shot into me, but he ducks before I can get a shot back at him in return. So, I'm going to keep an eye on him for a moment. But when it's obvious he's not coming back out to play, I'm going to head further north, come up to around the corner, and frequently up around, usually encounter the enemy somewhere up around the top of the map. So there's a good position here on this little miniature rise or plateau sort of thing, and it's a good place to take a Comet hull down. Now, the Comet does not have good armor, and you will occasionally bounce shots from the mantle, but you don't want to count on it. So I've ducked the shot from that KV-85. He has a very dangerous gun, but it is very slow firing. So I'm going to put a lot of shell fire into him and keep ducking out between shots. Now he's dead, so again I'm engaging the enemy Comet, and as you can see, most of my shots are not bouncing off his gun mantle. And you can see how rapid fire this 77 millimeter really is. You can put a lot of damage out in a big hurry. And I'm tearing his health down quite quickly. And he's mostly missing me or bouncing. I'm keeping an eye on my health pool. I don't want to get too low here. And he decides he's had enough, having lost most of his health in the encounter so far. And again, I'm going to hang out in this position, hull down, keep an eye on things. But now it's time to move up. And the Su-100 has moved up to join me, so I'm not all alone up here. And yeah, not getting a shot on anybody from here. So, once again, time to exploit the tank's mobility, and I'm keeping under cover, especially from the right. I don't want to be exposed, because again, this is not a well-armored tank. The Su-100 has moved up into a position overwatching the center of the map, and is doing good work. I'm perfectly happy to let him, because I'm going to come up around the top of the map and look for the enemy Su-100Y, because he was last spotted up here. And these fellows are on the other side of the mountain, so I'm not really needing to worry about them, and I can't get at them. So again, moving up towards the enemy cap circle, looking for the enemy Su-100Y. But looking at the map, I'm just noticing that things are looking a bit grim down in the southern corner. And Terror Streak in his T-34 is bringing attention to that. And I'm now going to head back towards the cap circle to try and intercept the enemy heavies as they move towards our cap circle. Because someone has to, and I have the mobility to move around the map in a hurry. So, yeah, so our tank's down in the lower area, notably a T-25-2 tank destroyer, seem to be doing a good work stalling the advance of those enemy heavies. And that's all to the good, but now he's dead, and there's very little between them and the cap but an ISU-152. So, yeah, and even in a relatively fast tank like this, it does take time to work your way across the practically the entirety of the map. But now I'm coming into position where I can engage that ISU-152, and he is a very, very dangerous tank. I'm not sure he could one-shot me at this point, but he has a massively powerful gun, so I want to take him out if at all possible. And our own ISU-152 appears to be on fire and dead. So, there's not that many of us left. Put a shot into the dirt. Another shot into the side of his tank. And ammo racked and blown up. That's a bit of luck. And that's a very good deal to take him out of the game before he can cause any more havoc. And now the enemy heavies are coming into the area, and they're right below me. This is a pretty good position to be in, though, because I don't know that they have the gun elevation to shoot at me. So I'm going to come around and engage them from above. And I'm going to use auto aim here to some degree, which I don't make a lot of use of, but in the situation where you want to pop up and shoot and pop back, it can be very useful. And this fellow is quite low on health. If I can put some rounds into him and do some damage, that will help out a lot. I'm going to have to switch to this other fellow because he's trying to angle up to get a shot into me. And the other one backs right in front of the SU-100Y's gun and dies. So, putting a lot of damage into this fellow, and then I blow it. Overconfident, I duck down while his gun is pointed at me, and I bounce my shot, and he kills me. Sad, but I can't say I haven't had a good game. So, and there are still other people on the team ready to get in and take care of this guy, because he's the last tank on the enemy team. And I did put a useful amount of damage into him. And the T-43 moves into position, and our artillery blows up the IS-3. So, a pretty good game. Over 3,000 points of damage, 581 spotting damage, first class mastery badge, or ace tanker badge rather, and a handful of ribbons. One for blowing up that ISU-152. Only one kill in this game, but a lot of useful damage to the other team, and, you know, damage that helped my team get the kills that I didn't. So, 49,150 with the premium account. And you can see top on team with 1,255 raw experience. And of course a good bit more than that with the premium account. So, useful result on Arctic in the Comet, and good video showcasing the strengths of this tank, which are that rapid fire gun and the mobility. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it below, and we'll talk to you soon.